Food Fight is made possible by the Oklahoma Natural Gas Energy Efficiency Rebate Program. You can find more inspiration in the kitchen at naturalgascooking.com.
These two teams have made it to the championship round. We've got the Union Redhawks and the Booker T. Washington Hornets. They are facing off in the kitchen to see who will win the grand prize. You definitely want to stay tuned to this show. It's Food Fight, only on RSU TV. Welcome to the championship of RSU TV's Food Fight. I'm your host, Anna Berry. Now, these two teams have defeated their competitors, and they are facing off in the kitchen today for the grand prize. We have the Union Redhawks up against the Booker T. Washington Hornets, and they'll be cooking in the OneGas education and training area. We want to take a moment to thank OneGas for providing this awesome kitchen for our student competition. We also want to take a moment to thank our judges.
We've enjoyed the company of Taylor Barton, Raycon Bennett, Skylar Cooper, Lori Taylor, Judy Allen, Leah Lewis, Ilana Velasquez, Taylor Latouche, Frank Mitchell, and Miranda Kaiser.
And now we have a special judge we'd like to introduce for our championship round, Chef Shannon Smith. So happy to have you first time on Food Fight as a judge.
I know, I'm very excited, especially to be here for the finals.
Yes. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, Shannon.
I have been a chef for about 25 years. I've been a cooking teacher for that long, and I love to teach kids, and I love to watch kids learning how to cook. I was a home economics student in high school myself, and that's where I learned a lot of my cooking skills, and then went on to earn a college degree in home economics. So I'm really excited that these kids are learning a lot of those life skills that are very important, especially those in the kitchen.
And speaking of the kitchen, that's where the students are now, loading up their carts with supplies for the final competition. While they do that, let's look at the recipes they'll be making. Our championship challenge today is to make fresh salmon cakes, along with a butter lettuce salad. The other side dish they're required to make will be creamy grits, and it comes with a creativity challenge. Students need to make the basic recipe, and then add ingredients from the list, and also give their uniquely flavored creamy grits a menu-worthy name. In the dessert challenge, the students are once again free to use any ingredients on the list, even if they used them before. But the twist is, they also have to incorporate one of these 3 ingredients into their dessert.
All right, let's meet our players from Union. What's your name and what grade are you in?
Miguel, I'm a senior.
Aleda, and I'm a senior.
Ashton, I'm a senior.
All right, what word would describe how you are motivated today?
Focused.
Drive.
Confident.
Confident, drive, focus. Great words. Good luck, Union. All right, let's meet our players from Booker T. What's your name and what grade are you in?
Sydney, I'm in 11th grade.
Lily, 11th grade.
Molly, I'm in 10th grade.
All right, what's one word that describes your motivation for today's competition?
Fun.
Teamwork.
Energy.
Awesome, good words. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get cooking.
The teams retrieve their carts full of supplies and head back to their stations to begin this competition round.
All right, the teams are prepped and ready. They have 1 hour to make 1 entree and 1 dessert. Union, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? Booker T, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, the teams are ready. Are you ready at home to watch the championship round of Food Fight? We've got 1 hour. Roll the clock. Let's get cooking.
Water is starting to boil already.
Put it this. Put it. Yeah. Do that. Real quick.
You need blue,
Here,
don't you?
knife.
There's no blue.
Okay.
There's no blue, yeah. I don't know where it went. Cindy, I think they sharpened the knives for you.
Really? Because of all of her complaints. Okay, 5 minutes down.
As the teams race to complete today's challenge, let's meet the 3 highly qualified judges who will determine the Food Fight Season 2 champion.
All right, let's meet our lead judge for the championship round. Chef Taylor, what has this experience been like for you?
It has been so much fun. It definitely is a trip down memory lane. I was in their shoes at one time, so I have that same thrill, the same excitement.
Well, it's gone very smoothly this season, so we're grateful that you're here. Now, tell us a little bit about what the kids are cooking for this championship round.
All right, so today we are going to do salmon cakes. Yes, so they're using fresh salmon. They're going to be chopping it up with a knife and then creating a salmon patty. They'll bread it in some panko and then they'll pan fry it to finish it. It's going to be served with some creamy, cheesy grits and then a butter lettuce salad.
And when outside of the food, what are you looking for to determine your winner with the teams?
So I am always a fan of clear, open communication. I love seeing teamwork in action. I love hearing them communicate, especially of the chef callbacks like behind you, sharp, heard, of these kind of commands that we use in the kitchen every day. I'm always impressed by that. So that will be one huge factor. And then finally, how it tastes.
Yes. All right, this is our judge, Miranda Kaiser. Now, Miranda, tell us a little bit about what you're looking for to determine a winner. This is the championship game.
Obviously, it comes down to flavor and the appearance of the dish, how they're using the ingredients that they get to choose. This is a new little component to this competition, and I like it, by the way. I'd like to see that in every single edition of this. And cleanliness, how they keep their station, the callbacks, yeah, all of that.
Talk a little bit about the importance of a competition like this, seeing students engaging in this life skill, culinary life skill, because you are living it, you're doing it. What's the importance to you?
I mean, a healthy competition is so good for these kids. It makes them good in front of other people, you know, being able to hold a conversation, eye contact, the communication skills. If they lose, that's still a learning thing. If they win, obviously that's fabulous, and you know that feeling is something I'd love all kids to be able to handle at some point in their lives. Competition is good.
A lot of these students have this as an elective course, home ec, or as they call it now, FACS. How did that help you, and how do you think it's going to help them growing up?
Well, I think that life skills and learning how to cook is extremely important, as equally as important in schools as learning math or science, because it's something you're going to use every day for the rest of your life. And so I'm very excited that these students have that opportunity, and that these schools are offering this program to these kids.
Being a chef, what flavor palette are you going to be looking for when it comes to salmon cakes?
Well, there's a lot in a salmon cake, texture being one. You want it to be very tender on the inside and then crispy on the outside. You don't want it to be overcooked, so there's a fine line with a salmon cake of when it's ready. Also, seasoning is so important, and that's something when I teach a lot about seasoning with using salt and different spices. So it'll be interesting to see how well they've seasoned their salmon cakes.
I know. Well, we're so glad to have you on Food Fight for the championship round.
Thank you. I'm excited.
All right, there's just 30 minutes left in this competition. 30 minutes. right, this is Mike, the coach for Union. Mike, how did you prepare your team for today's championship?
We did some crazier stuff like risotto and just different off-the-wall stuff that we wouldn't expect anyone would throw, and they certainly didn't throw it.
And what do you think it will mean to them to receive this grand prize if they win?
I tell you what, they'll be off the chart, and they're really excited to be here. They're not the same students that they were earlier this semester because they are motivated and they're all business.
All right, this is Joey, the coach for Booker T. Joey, how did you guys prepare for this championship round?
Well, we did do a lot of talking about our teamwork and about the communication and how much that improved from their first competition.
So this is the first time for your team, and you basically created this team. What are some lessons that you know they're going to take away from this?
They are listening to the other people around them, and that's been a great thing to see, that kids at this age have that skill and have that ability.
To listen.
To listen,
And
yes.
communicate
And
is such a great life
yes,
skill to learn at this young
absolutely.
age. Left. We talked about this before, but what would it mean for you and your team to advance and to win this for this competition?
It would be pretty good to have advanced and won.
And what are your aspirations with cooking?
I just really like to do it.
What would it mean if you guys won?
I mean, it'd still be a blessing. I mean, either way, win or lose, we're still winners in my eyes, and yeah.
And how do you see adding culinary skills in your future?
I think it's very, very efficient. Like, everybody needs to eat, you know, so we love to eat, we love to cook, so it's very, very nice.
What would it mean to you if you won this competition?
A lot. It would definitely pay for my school, so it would cover a lot of it if I did win. But
And what do you plan to do with the culinary arts in your future?
probably just use that to, get some jobs in the culinary world so I can work while I go to school.
And what would it mean to you if you won this?
A lot. I want to go to culinary school, and I think winning this would just give me that encouragement.
It would mean a lot to me. It would just be super cool and just be able to embrace this experience to the fullest.
And how do you see using the culinary arts in your future?
I see myself just being able to cook for myself and for my friends and family, just being able to provide more.
And how do you plan on using the culinary arts in your future?
So I work at Maple Ridge Grocer on 18th in Cincinnati, and I literally started like 2 months ago, and I've just gotten closer and closer to the kitchen, and soon I'm gonna start working the line there, so that'll be really fun. So I plan to use it probably my whole life, just at home and in restaurants.
We have 10 minutes left of this competition. 10 final minutes. All right, there's just 5 minutes left, everyone. 5 minutes.
What have you done?
None. There's no salt, pepper. There's butter, heavy whipping cream.
How much butter do we need?
These aren't coming off either.
It's okay.
And this is supposed to be my pretty plate. We also
Let it harden for a little bit more.
All right, there's 1 minute left in this competition. In 1 minute, they have to drop everything and be done and ready to present to the judges. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Put everything down, step away from the table, and it is time for the real taste test to see who will win this championship of Food Fight.
Union has been chosen to present their dish first to the judges.
Alrighty. And yes.
The the salmon cakes with the grits with bacon on top with salt and pepper inside, and then the salad.
All right, and then anything exceptional put into your grits today?
We just added the bacon was the extra part. That's the only.
All right, gotcha. Okay.
So whipped cream with a blueberry coulis and a chocolate ganache with the cardamom.
Gotcha. All right. They use cardamom as their secret ingredient today. Okay.
Miguel, how is it for you cooking salmon? I know earlier you said that you're familiar with cooking seafood and fish.
Yeah, I've been around it.
So what about salmon? How was it for you today?
It was something new with the crab cake, or like the salmon cakes I've never made, but it was easier than expected.
It was?
It wasn't as hard as I thought it would be.
Oh, good. Tell me, what was your process?
I just looked at it like steps by steps, divided it, and I just did it little by little and didn't overthink it.
Okay. And how did you approach this championship round differently than the last one?
I went in with just the same, because if I change it up, it could go worse.
Okay. This is Ashton with Union. Ashton, what dish were you in charge of today?
I was for the grits and the salad.
Okay. And what did you do differently with the grits or the salad?
Well, I added cooked bacon and I added cheese in it as well to try to give it, something different.
So cheesy grits?
Yes, ma'am. With a little bit of bacon as well.
A little bacon. Who doesn't love some bacon?
Exactly.
All right. And how do you feel like you did?
I think we did okay. I don't think we did our best, but I think that we still did okay. So.
What challenges did you come upon?
Mainly the grits. I had to redo them because I didn't do them right the first time. So that was the biggest struggle, I think.
So did you learn a secret of how to make good grits?
No.
What did you learn about doing them correctly?
Don't add as much water.
Not as much water.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's
Yeah.
good to know. All right. This is Aleda with Union. Aleda, how did you think you did?
I think we did all right.
And did you do the dessert this time?
Mm-hmm.
And tell me about that dessert. It looked great.
Well, I just used a blueberry coulis with some chocolate ganache with the cardamom, which was the secret ingredient.
Tell us a little bit about why you chose cardamom.
Well, it goes good with chocolate, and it's like used in a lot of teas, so I thought the earthy taste would be good for the chocolate ganache.
Wowee. What a wonderful competition for our finals. For Union, I saw so many good things, saw some things that kind of worried me a little bit in there, but they managed to pull through. I think that they managed their workload well under pressure. They kept their chill. They were calm, collected. I was biting my nails at the very last, seeing them prepare that salad at the very last minute. But they still got everything on the plate in time, and I was impressed. I was impressed.
Okay, Union. I love the flavor of those cakes. I loved watching you get unanimous taste tests with your crew. If one person tasted, everybody tasted. That means a lot to me. The only thing that let you down really was the salad. I do believe in peeling that type of cucumber, and I always think can grandma get this piece of lettuce in her mouth without looking stupid? So just cut the lettuce down a little bit and more flavor, more salt. Overall, well done, thoroughly enjoyed it.
I thought Union did a great job. I loved watching how calm they were. They communicated, but never got stressed out, even in the end when I was stressed, thinking they might not finish, but they pulled it off. The grits I was worried about too, because we saw them simmering for a long time without being looked at, but they turned out to be very delicious, with the simple addition of the bacon. I do wish they would have cleaned their workstation a little more. There was a lot of clutter that they probably could have controlled and may have made it a little bit easier in the end for plating. But overall, I think they did a great job.
All right, now it's time for Booker T to present their plates to the judges.
All right, the base of our dish is a creamy bacon green chili grits.
And we have crunchy salmon cakes with a creamy acidic sauce.
And for the side, it is a crispy butter lettuce salad.
And for dessert, we have a cardamom white chocolate raspberry cake truffle.
Okay, all right, well, splendid explanation. It's very appetizing. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, this is Sydney with Booker T. Sydney, how do you think you did today?
It was an unexpected dish, but I think we pulled through and it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, what did you feel when you got that recipe for today's championship cook-off?
I was not expecting that at all. I thought we were going to get a list of ingredients and we picked what we make. I didn't know we were going to pick what you eat.
What? Now, are you familiar with making salmon or cakes like that, fish cakes?
Yeah, I made salmon cakes at work.
Okay.
With crab cakes.
All right, and what dish did you control today?
The salmon cakes and the sauce.
And how did you approach it?
Well, I put everything in 2 separate bowls, chopped everything, prepped everything, and then I rolled them into balls with panko and got my hot oil pan and made them into patties.
Okay, all right. Did you come upon any challenges today in the kitchen besides that recipe shock?
I think the plating could have used some work. My sauce kind of squirted everywhere.
Okay.
But
all right.
I think it was pretty good.
All right, this is Lily with Booker T. Yes, it's very quiet and serious today. How was your team approaching this championship?
We definitely were a lot more serious than we have been the past 2 days because it was a lot more nerve-wracking today. But I think we learned how to divvy up tasks and work our strengths.
And what task were you in control of?
I did the grits today.
Ah, is that something you're used to cooking with?
I have never cooked grits before. I love eating grits, but I have never known how to cook them, so it was a learning experience today.
What's one thing you learned about making grits?
I learned that you didn't drain it at all. It kind of cooks similar to rice.
All right, this is Molly with Booker T. Molly, how'd you do?
I think we did really well. We did have a big surprise with the recipe because we looked back at previous seasons to study. So we weren't prepared for that, but I think we did really well. Our salmon cakes are gorgeous and the grits are amazing. Our salad is cute. I made our salad. And then our dessert, I think it's gonna taste really well.
Yeah, tell me about that dessert. It looked beautiful.
Okay, so we did this cardamom white chocolate ganache type thing, and it's really great. It adds a new flavor to white chocolate, which makes it less of that classic white chocolate taste. I also made the cake pop in the center, and we used the vanilla little store-bought cake trays to make it, and those can be really dry and everything, and all you had to do was put some raspberries in it and swish it, and it made a perfect cake ball consistency.
Ah, very cool. A good insight. Now, did you face any challenges besides the recipe?
Not really. I mean, it was just a little more stressful today because it's the championship, but other than that, not really.
Wow, Booker T, you really showed up and you did so well. I always have had pleasure watching this team from the other competitions. There was a couple of things about their dish that was a little concerning. I would have liked a little bit more seasoning on the salad. It was beautifully done. They were kind of thick slices, but I had a lot of delight in tasting their dishes. I think they had a cool vision with their other plates.
Very much enjoyed those grits. I like the addition of the bacon and the chili. I like that you added a lemon quarter. I think that's a nice little touch, very professional. The cucumber, please just peel the cucumber. And I thought that the salad needed more seasoning and maybe not done quite as early as it was done. Maybe 20 minutes before you served it would have been the very most. But all in all, very good.
Agreed that there needed to be more seasoning on the salad. I loved the grits. Maybe could have been a little bit thinner. They were a little bit too thick for me, but I loved the addition of the green chilies. It really complemented the entire meal. Crab cakes were very good. I would have liked them to be a little bit thicker. I thought they were just a little bit too thin, but they tasted delicious and were very well seasoned. It was a lot of fun to watch this team.
In what has been the closest call this entire season, the judges handed the results of their final decision over to me.
The judges have tallied up their score, and it was a close call today to see who is winning the championship of Food Fight. And the first place winner is Union High School. Woo! Congratulations, Union. You are our first prize winner. But Booker T, also, you are the second prize winner. They also get some college scholarship funds. This has been such an exciting time, right? Have you all had fun? Have you all learned? Yes, all right. We are so happy that you get to watch Food Fight on RSU TV. Stay tuned for next year.
Food Fight is made possible by the Oklahoma Natural Gas Energy Efficiency Rebate Program. You can find more inspiration in the kitchen at naturalgascooking.com.